I only move when you tell me to. A heart that I wish I never knew. I feel the fire when I'm under the gun.
Hi, my name is Aubrey Williams. I support Keith Andrews in what he's doing. It's a great thing, and you should totally do the show if he asks you to do it. So,
Salgado, I was just interviewed by Keith Andrews. If he asks you to do this, please do it. I think what he's doing is amazing, and keep up the good work, Keith.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith Andrew, and you're watching the Keith Andrew Network. Today, I'm here with Destiny and Aubrey. It's great to have both of you on the show. Both of you are professional, upcoming actresses. Great to have you here. Love to hear your stories. And let's jump right into it. Now, for people who want to know what the Keith Andrew Network is about, the whole point of my talk show is to show people that even with having a learning disability, I can still amount to something. And at the same time, I'm able to turn myself into an example for people out there dealing with any types of learning disabilities and disabilities to never give up and prove people wrong. Prove to them that labels do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be. It's to prove to them and can still amount to something. So hashtag break the labels. So that being said, both of you are professional actresses in the entertainment world. You two have bright futures ahead of you. I would love to know how you got started, funny stories, funny pranks along the way. So the first question I want to ask you is, Aubrey, we're going to start with you, is, hold up my little script so I can know. Part of my disability is when I meet someone, it's hard to remember their names. So once I say their names, I can just jump right into it. So it's hard to remember the script when you're so focused on one thing. You know, most people can walk and chew gum. But for me, it's kind of like, yeah, I can do it, but I'm slow at it. But the first question I want to ask you is, tell our audience a little bit about your background and how you came to do what you do now.
first of all, thank you for letting me do this interview. I'm so happy to be a part of this. And I started acting by doing a school play. I fell in love with it the second I did it, and it was just so much of a good experience that I decided that I wanted to do it for the rest of my life. And I've done musical theater and like TV acting ever since, and I've just had so many fun experiences, and I've met so many amazing people.
No, absolutely. What about you, Destiny? And before you answer, you are sideways, so if you can turn your camera into the opposite side, it'd be great. Aubrey, I'm going to ask you the next question is, let's see, I want to look for something good. If everything that you accomplished in your life, you know, what was your biggest accomplishment?
I'd have to say my biggest accomplishment was like either getting like a lead role in a play or getting my agent and manager. Like that's like the baby steps onto like my acting career and stuff. And it just like boosts you forward, and you can get like all the auditions. And I really struggled with like getting an agent and manager because of my age division. And so it's like really hard to get. And I kept trying, and I had tried for like 2 years straight. The first year that I had done stuff, it didn't really work. And then the second year I kept going, and then I happened to get it. And I was like crazy excited for that. So that was probably my biggest accomplishment.
Oh, absolutely. Now, Destiny, going back to the first question, is what can you tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Oh, well, hi, I'm Destiny, and thank you for having me on the show. We tried multiple times before. But a little bit about me is that I started acting at 9 months, and from then I always wanted to be an actress because I saw like Winona Ryder and a lot of other stuff, Angelina Jolie, Scarlett Johansson, and I just wanted to be like them and do acting like them. And I've always wanted to go into musical theater. I did one theater act. It was here in Texas. And yeah, that's pretty much.
No, absolutely. Now, the next question I want to ask for both of you, you guys can take turns. The first one I want to ask you is, what makes you different from the competition? I give you an example. Aubrey, what makes you different from Destiny? And Destiny, what makes you different from Aubrey? Say both of you are, well, let's have fun with this. Say both of you want to be a guest on my show, and you want to say, well, this is what I do. Say you're doing an audition, and it came down to both of you. I'd like to know, how you would go about that. I know you guys like to, be friends, but when it comes to competition, people love competition. So how would you go about that?
I guess I'll start. This is actually like a really hard question. I've never thought about this before. I have to say one thing that kind of makes me different is because I have I guess that musical theater point of view, and I'm not really afraid to do anything. If you ask me to do something, I'll do it. If you ask me to eat a bug, I will eat a bug. I'll do anything. And I'm not, I can listen to the director, whatever they have, their critiques and stuff, and I'll fix it immediately. So I mean, that's a good thing that can somewhat I forgot the word, but yeah, it can section me off from other people. I think that's it. But yeah.
No, I agree with you. It's always good when you have competition. Competition always brings the best out. Because if you don't have, I give you an example. I'm a big wrestling fan. So now I'm sounding old. Back in the day, you had WWF versus WCW. You had, every Monday night, about 8:00, you had two companies that people loved. Either you're going to support, Vince McMahon and the World Federation, or you like WCW and Ted Turner. But they gave you two products. But the idea of competition, it's saying, okay, well, how can I bring it out and show you my show it's better than yours? For an example, there's, okay, these two are really completely opposite, but you look at Bill Maher and you look at Bill O'Reilly. Both of them tell funny jokes, but one has a more serious tone to it, and the other one's more just about news. So the question I want to ask both of you, and actually, Destiny, I want you to answer the question first before I actually finish the question.
Oh, well, I think for me, it's probably switching into character really fast. And that's pretty much it. I can't really think of other stuff because it's a hard question.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you a phrase in another way. When I say competition, what's that mean to you? And how do you overcome it and reach your goal? Destiny, I'll start with you.
Okay. Competition to me means a person doing the same thing, trying to get the same thing as me. And my goal for it is to just push through it and what's the word? There's another word I was looking for. I forgot it. But push through it and try the best I can.
No, absolutely. I think I know the word you're talking about, but I just had a brain fart, Yeah, but it's about just showing you, yes, it's great to have competition and show that you're the best. But in life, you don't want to have that mentality. of saying, I'm better than you, and this is what I can do, this is what you can do. Everyone has a certain set of skills that they can accomplish in life. Like, I give you an example. Both of you are professional actresses. Both of you have bright futures ahead of you. But at the same time, when you, not to sound like an oxymoron, when you talk about competition, not everyone can get that certain part. You look at Jeff Goldblum and Sam Neill, and by the way, those are two people from Jurassic Park. Certain people can get this role, but only at the end of the day, you can put your heart and passion into it, but only one person can come out on top. So I'll give you an example, because I don't know, let's just have fun with it. Say both of you are trying out for Nickelodeon's iCarly, and they were looking for someone who wants to be Sam's best friend. How would you prove to somebody on that interview they should hire you instead of the other person? Whoever wants to start.
I guess I'll start. I mean, I kind of I grew up with iCarly, so that's really crazy, and I would love to do that. Playing Sam's best friend would be really cool, because I mean, I feel like I could play it off, but also the person who played her was amazing. But I feel like I have those characteristics, and I could pull off the character, because Sam's kind of the crazy friend, and she's like, I'm gonna beat you up or something like that. And Carly's just kind of more calm and conservative. She's more of a quiet person, but she's still that kooky, crazy, quirky girl. And I mean, that kind of fits my personality. And I feel like it would be really fun, and I would probably fit the role, but yeah.
What about you, Destiny?
That's I guess it's for me to switch into a character, I would sorry, I didn't really hear the question right.
Oh, what I was asking is if both of you are auditioning for the part to be Sam's best friend on iCarly, and then you're talking to the producer and the person who's doing the interview, how would you project yourself to them and say, you should hire me over this person? So how would you do about it?
Well, I would say that I can switch into character really well. Just give me the script and I can do it. But I think some aspects of Carly is just it's a tough one for me. How she's so quiet and conservative. It just, for me, I'm an outgoing person. I'm super hyper, but I can try and do that. I will try and do that.
No, absolutely. Now we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back from the show, I'm going to talk to you about disabilities and about social media when we come back.
Check. I'm Julie Brothers.
Jenna Curtis.
I'm Jenny Fine.
Hi, it's Mimi Chen.
Hi, my name is Ella George.
I'm Shauna Topp.
Hey guys, I'm Anastasia Everett.
Hi, this is Jackie Nunez. Actress Becky Davies.
Hi, I'm Lily Rose.
There, I'm Saki Mieta.
Hi guys, I'm Alexandria Denise, and you're watching Keith Andrew's show. He's doing a terrific job. Make sure you like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more awesomeness.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Keith Andrew Network. It is episode 700. I have to actually look at my binder. 754. That's right, 754. I'm here with two professional actresses. It's an honor, privilege, have you both on, building a friendship, and you're supporting a good message at the same time. The first thing I want to promote is the Keith Andrew Network 24/7. That's right, anytime, any place, anywhere, you can watch to Keith Andrew Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and for a limited time, people who live in Manhattan, New York, in New York City, in the borough of Manhattan. Yeah, I just had a brain fart in that. People who live in the borough of Manhattan, New York City, every Saturday, 10:30 in the morning, Channel 2 on the Brooklyn, I think it's like the Brooklyn neighborhood of broadcasting on Channel 2. I don't know if it's actually the city Channel 2. I just know it's on Channel 2. So every Saturday, make sure to go to my Facebook fan page and the Manhattan neighborhood of broadcasting, 10:30 in the morning. You can watch it on the Facebook fan page, also Channel 2 in Manhattan. Now, the other question I want to ask you is, my show is basically about disabilities and turning myself into an example for people out there. Now, the question I want to ask both of you, it's, have you ever worked with people with disabilities, besides me, obviously? And are you willing to work with people with disabilities? Whoever wants to answer.
I guess I'll go first. Yes, I would love to work with someone with a disability because I think they're so funny, like you. Like, you make me laugh a lot with your jokes. And my brother has autism, and so he's a really great producer, and he I think, yeah, he made this one skit with me as a main character, and it was called The Race. I think it's still on YouTube. You can go look it up. But yeah, he has autism, and he's literally my favorite. So
What about you?
I would love to work like with anybody with a disability. Like, people with disabilities are so much like fun, and I like really love them. They're really great people. And at the place where I do like my musical theater shows, it's called Cutting Edge Theater. And my friend Addison, she's got a disability. Like, she was born without like one of her arms, so that's more of a physical one. And like, just seeing her like perform in this show, like, she is unstoppable. She's the cutest little thing. She's amazing. And she's like this little ball of like sunshine. I love her. And also my school. So there is this school called St. Michael's. I'm in the drama club at my school, and we do these things where, well, now since there's like the like virus and everything going around, we do all kinds of little activities, like from Zooms, we make videos. This Halloween, we actually did a thing where we dressed up and we read stories to all the kids with the disabilities. And it's just like really fun to see like how happy they get when they see this. And my school also does this little Easter thing where we like get together, they have a little dance party. It's just a great like experience.
No, absolutely. Now, the next question I want to ask both of you is social media. Can social media make you or break you with everything you guys accomplish in your lives? Do you give thanks to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or even other websites I didn't even mention? Do you think because you have an online presence that helps you get over with your fans and get certain roles? Whoever wants to. Destiny, I will start with you.
well, I want to give a big thanks to YouTube, and because one of my videos got over 1,000 views, and that was crazy for me. But also Facebook, because a lot of people notice me on Facebook. And I think sometimes social media can break you, especially with the rumors going on, like rumors around you. So it's a good and a bad thing.
And how do you feel about it?
About rumors.
Well, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I feel like people only do that because they're jealous of a person because they're more richer or famous than them and they wanted to become that when they were younger or now. So I think that a lot of people who spread rumors are just jealous. But yeah, it's a good thing and it's also a bad thing. But
No, absolutely. What about you? How do you feel?
I definitely agree with Destiny. Like the fact that it can make and break you, because you can get like so many like followers and people who like support you, and that can really help you get like jobs and stuff. But it can also like break you because you can have those people who like at school or somewhere or like anyone who just has something against you or something, and they can, like she said, make like rumors and stuff, and it's just not really like the best thing. But I also feel like social media is like a promotion system for yourself, where you can promote yourself with other people, and like you can meet new people on there who have the same interests as you, and it can make and break you.
No, absolutely. I give you an example. There's certain things you can and cannot talk about online. I don't know why, but people acting like big babies about it. But if you say, for an example, politics, like, oh, I'm gonna vote for Joe Biden, and instead of the dump, I call him the dump. I'm going on the record. I hate Trump. Never liked him. Don't care for him. But if you say stuff like that, people are like, oh, well, I don't care if you have a disability. I'm going to unfriend you. It's kind of like, what happened to freedom of speech? It's kind of like, the George Carlin joke. Do you guys know who George Carlin is?
I think I've heard his name before, but I don't really know the backstory of him.
Yeah, I think I've heard his name, but I'm not sure who he is. I've probably seen him, but I have no idea.
Well, first off, thank you for making me feel old. But I would definitely send you some of the quotes. One of his kind of quotes is, everyone likes your honesty. It's like I don't know if he really said it. I just saw a picture with him wherein the words were attached to it. Anyway, he said, everyone appreciates your honesty until you're honest with them and you're an asshole. So you can be honest about this person, you can be honest about that person, but until you look at the person you're talking to, it's like, well, I'm going to be honest about Keith. I think he's an asshole. It's like, well, where did that come from? Because you just said this person was so great and honest, but now you don't like what people say about you. For me, okay, I'm going to throw myself underneath the bus. I'm not the best talk show host out there. My goal is to show you with a disability, I can accomplish any goals that I set for myself. Yeah, am I like on the level of Bill Maher or any people on Fox News or CNN? Maybe I can do a better job than them because I have something to prove with a disability. But, at the same time, it's not always good to walk around with your head up high, have your heads in the cloud, think you're better than this person. This is one thing that you guys are going to realize in life. When you climb in that ladder, you be nice or crossing that bridge, whatever scenario you want to use. But let's use the ladder. As you're climbing that ladder to become famous, get on TV, don't burn any bridges. Even if you really hate that person who you're talking to, hopefully that's not directed at me, but if you really hate the person that you're talking to, don't burn any bridges, because as you're climbing up, you're going to make the same people coming back down. So it's always good to make a good impression. Even if you don't like someone, have a smile on your face and say, you know what? Agree to disagree. Thank you for your time. Don't say anything. Don't talk badly about the person. Because as I said, you're going to meet the same people going up as you're coming back down. And one day, that person may ask you for a favor. And remember, how do you guys first interact? Now, I rub people the wrong way because I have poor mannerisms. I have poor people skills. Sometimes I do it on purpose, but there's other times where it's just, I just do it. But it's pretty much you're just saying, be real, be legit, don't put a mask on, don't pretend to be somebody you're not. If you can look at yourself in the mirror and smile at your reflection, then that means you can put a good face on and you can not pretend, but you can feel good about yourself. When you have problems looking at yourself in the mirror, and that's when you start to doubt yourself. So, with that being said, now the last question I want to ask both of you, wrapping up the show, whoever wants to start. When I approached both of you to be a guest on my talk show, what was your honest first opinion? What made you say yes? And after being a guest, how do you feel now, and what do you recommend to other people? I guess, Destiny, I start with you.
Well, when you first told me that you wanted me to be on your show, I was actually really excited because I watched you like a couple times before, and I liked the way you talk to the people on the talk show, and I was just so excited. And now that I'm on your interview, I'd say I'm even more excited that I'm talking to you without any interruptions like we did, a couple times before. And now I would tell people that if Keith ever asks you to be on his talk show, accept it. It will change your life, really. You get to talk to him.
And what about you?
Yeah, honestly, my first thought, I was like really excited because I've never really done something like this before, and I love what you're promoting, and I was looking forward to it because I was thinking of like how much of like a good experience this would be, and it's great for learning and stuff. And honestly, yeah, if anybody asks, like if Keith asks you to be on his show, say yes. Like it'll change your life. It's great.
No, absolutely. Like I said, from my show, it's about making a statement, plus at the same time, you make a new friend out of it. So it's a win-win. Now, I do have a couple questions for you guys off the air, but wrapping up our interview segment, it was a real honor and privilege having both of you on the show, and I'm looking forward to part 2 down the road.